And with all that being said, let's not deprive anybody of even one more moment of the digital engineering. My name's Nori. Welcome. This is Valhelsia 3 modded Minecraft. I'm doing this all out of order. So let's try that again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Nori, and this is the digital engine. I'm coming to you live from the digital engineering server. This is modded Minecraft Valhelsia 3, and this is our mess. Oh man, we have had a lot of activity. Wow, so much going on. I've outfitted my desk. It needed some outfitting. Here is my Akashic Tomb, my repository of all knowledge. Actually, we've been kind of going through the end game stuff of pretty much most of the mods in here, so we've been leaning really heavily on that. Don't break. So, really? I don't really carry that around too much. Okay. We are now suited up and ready to get going. So, what has been happening? Holy cow. Alright, so we'll start out here first. I have apparently gathered 2 more doors. Because, you know, that's what I wanted here, was more doors. But people felt that I didn't have enough doors. So, there we go. We have doors now. We did our statue a couple weeks back. I think that looks good, though I think I may go back into our stuff and make that pile of diamonds just a little bit bigger. Just, you know, because we can. Let's take a dive over here. You'll notice there is a surprising lack of people running around down here, and that is because one of our big notable accomplishments that we have achieved thus far is getting our colony. We got all the buildings that we wanted in, and we got all the buildings to level 5. So we have, in a sense, deleted the colony. Interesting. Must have been what he had on him. So we don't have a bunch of people meandering about. There wasn't a real need to have a bunch of people meandering about. Not really doing much of anything with the colony, so all of this just becomes stuff sticking around. So, in an effort to reduce some of the lag around, at least around this area on the server, around my base, I deleted my colony because I don't need these people collecting resources. So yeah, I get to keep the buildings. And so the next things that are on our list to do here is, first off, I'm going to change out some of these block pallets, like the nether bricks here. Because we put in this flooring right here. I really like this flooring, but now because I got this flooring here, I've got to change out all of these endstone bricks. So we have some blocks that are replaced out. I will probably convert the stone into some kind of wall structure, like stone bricks or something like that. I'm not really certain what. But yeah, we're just going to go through and clean the place up, make it look pretty. So, and then that will be the will probably be some of the last things that we do before the end of the season anyways. We have our ritual stand. We have our new cow pen, which works out so much better than the old cow pen did. They're not escaping everywhere. So I have no more escaping cows, except for this little lonesome guy. I'm not certain how you got up here, but that's alright. Excuse me, fellas. No, I didn't want you up there. I want you right there. So. But yeah, so what's left is to do some cleanup with the place. I think this was going to go... This had a purpose. Oh yes, this was going to be steps down, and they still may be steps down. And I think the plan is to put some kind of underground, like rec area or something like that, underneath all of this, back over here towards the center, underneath the town, underneath the rail system. I should be able to remove all of this comfortably, and I will get around to it later. Just not right now. But yeah, we've cleaned out all the stock in the warehouse. Let me tell you, these guys, in the time that we have been here working on this particular colony, have managed to generate a lot of freaking oak. It's like 20k in carrots. So a lot of these big items right here, this is all from the colony. This is what the colony produced in the time that it was running. Which, needless to say, is way more resources than I will ever use. So. Over here to the side is our rail line. So we dug out the rail station. So I just need to build in a platform and everything else. Some kind of architecture right there that makes it look cool. And then this just, we'll take the fast route. This runs a good little chunk of ways. What I haven't been able to make up my mind about, though. So this runs all the way through this mountain line. So it starts right here, comes this way, and runs all the way to right about where I'm standing at. Now, where we need to go is here. We're here. It's got to go here. That's an awful long way to run overworld. So what we have on our project list is to actually sit down and see if we can make some kind of push you into the nether, and then pick you up in another, and then make most of this transitional route over here, maybe pop out somewhere like in this neck of the woods somewhere, and then run railroad trains to the center. That's the hope and the plan, because that's an awful long distance, and while yeah, we could, it's going to be very boring unless I spend an awful lot of time decorating along the way. And yeah, that's not going to happen because I'm not known for my decorating skills. But all that being said, we do have, as you can see, like the library came all the way out. That's an awful lot of diorite. I'm not a big fan of diorite in any of its forms. And it's just an awful lot of diorite. So I may turn around and replace all this diorite with like a blackstone. I think that would work. But then it's like, okay, so if I replace that with blackstone, then we should probably replace all the diorite with blackstone. And so now I've got to go through and find all the diorite and replace that with blackstone. It's not like a horribly big challenge. It's just one of those things that just needs to get done. So, yeah, that becomes the next thing, is deciding on what the road path is going to look like through here, and then doing some block pallets and just doing some general cleanup and make this place look a little bit more my style, which is going to be heavy into darker colors. and a little less what we have going on here. So, but that's here. What else have we done? Let's go to the lab. It's the next place we'll go drop in. So we, again, from last week, we have our own little teleporter room. I'm actually going to have to knock this wall and push it back. We got some new members. We got some new Sharestone colors, and this room is not big enough to support everybody. So I now have to push everything back by at least 1 block, if not 2. I think I have to go back 2 blocks. So I got to relocate that wall. Not a big deal. So I have decided that this room is just not big enough for our bigger mob spawns. So like this bone serpent who pops in here is definitely way too big for this. So what we're going to end up doing is doing another mob duplicator. So we'll probably come around here. So our experimentation rooms of the life cycles of the various creatures, mobs. We'll probably knock a stairwell here that kind of loops around. And right underneath this place, what we'll do is we'll probably open it up and put in like 4 or 5 really big rooms to support a couple of other critters that we have. We have some fairly larger mobs that I would like to be able to display and display a little better, as well as collect their resources than what happens here. So we need more room, and so we'll get that from digging down. So yes, this room will get this area will get another uplift. That's on the schedule. The reactor follies, as we've changed the name, our nuclear reactor room. I cleaned up a lot of the edges here, so now it all looks nice, crisp and clean. Very happy with the new look. It definitely feels more like a room of some sorts. And then of course our fission reactors still here, still kicking along. We have pushed it up to, I think, 8 is our new injection rate right now. We're basically generating 1.6 million FE per tick. We had to do that to keep the super collider powered, super phase shifter powered, while this thing was running at full rate. So, yeah, we've got this guy set to a full 1 millibucket rate limit. So he's producing a lot of fuel to go down. A lot of polonium that goes over to our super critical or super phase shifter machine. That turns it into antimatter. But that takes a long time. Holy cow, it takes a long time. We've had to update this system a little bit just so that we can keep the sulfuric acid running. Because when you run this and you do the 5x multiplication for ores, it can't keep up. So done a little bit of reconfiguring here. It appears to be able to keep up a little bit better now. Doesn't look too terribly different, but it is. Humorous plots, our bone area. This still runs like it has been running. Really haven't changed too much around here. This is fabulous. This is produced in its runtime 546 stacks of bone blocks, which of course is getting those from bone meal. And I know I have taken out a couple hundred blocks of this bone meal and given to various members on the server. So I'm certain in time it has been running. We have gotten quite a bit. Yo, it's Skull. What's going on? Tell me a novel. Okay. Said that anime is bad. Well, he would be off his ever-loving mind, but okay. Well, you got a lot of time on your hands. That's a lot of anime to name. Wow, you would be wrong on that one too. Who you need to stop talking to that furry dude. Um, uh, English. Coffee on a warm night. This would also be a very true statement. Well, that's a sad state of affairs for him. He needs to be introduced. Yeah, CDI JoJo's are good. I don't know. I think I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to my anime. I still prefer the old Akira. I think it's probably still going to be rated in my top 10. Surprised this water hasn't boiled away. So tie-dye bills is our that's what's going to be a concrete shop. I think we've kind of no longer have need for the concrete this thing would have produced, but we had all of the dye set up. It's a genie to fight his enemy. Right, bottle enchanting. There anymore. So yeah, these are our die makers, and these guys are working really nicely from basically just have a red, blue, and green flower here that keeps the system constantly filled with red, blue, and green dye. We're just piping bone meal in here, and that keeps these guys topped off, and they keep making lots and lots of dye. So more than anything, I use this to come get dye from. Just reach in and pluck out. Of course, our mostly expensive kit is all of our mechanism stuff. I brought this in with plans to automate some of the immersive engineering for the work that we're doing over at the Wellness and Success Center. Yep, people have signature weapons. So what's going to be your signature weapon, Yoit Skull? Yep. You gotta watch JoJo for longer than 2 seconds. Well, problem with art, it is all subject to the eye of the beholder. Okay, but I'm not a big fan of the Mona Lisa. I get Leonardo painted it and it's whatever. I'm just, I think I'm more of an actor. Abstract expressionism is, I think, my preferred. So yeah, so there's tie-dye bills. There's our mechanism shop, and then we added in on the other side a Eidolon area. So we started doing some magic over here. I never could get the Hephaestus Forge up and running, so instead, there's that doesn't look good. He just doesn't know doesn't know quality goods when he sees it. That's all that is. So instead, I've made this thing the center and put the magic workbench for Eidolon instead in there. Never could get this to work correctly, so whatever. It's probably one of those. I don't know. Oh yes, this is the enchanter, the soul enchanter. We've been having fun using a zombie spawner over here to collect our soul shards. So, oh god. Well, I've got a floor to put back in place now that I've ripped it out. Because I'm just not paying attention to what I'm doing. Let's fix this guy. Yes. And you're heading into dangerous territory. Because I actually enjoyed Cowboy Bebop. That was a really good series. Mostly, I think I like the music in it more than anything else, but... Yeah. I'd have laughed at that, too. Yes, it is. So, yeah, use the mob duplicator down here. That spits out zombies, and then we can do our little ritual here to convert them. Nice and easy. Fair piece of warning if you're doing Eidolon, how Japanese people are. Yeah, I'd have slapped him around even for that. That's just wrong. One of the guys I work with is full Japanese, and We have lots of enjoyable conversations. A good guy. But you are absolutely right. Just rude. And of course, our basic workshop area really hasn't changed too much. We're almost got this thing filled up with power. Taking forever. That he likes. I'm waiting for this one. What is it? Full CGI anime. So what? Whatever. I think it's time to talk to new furries, my friend. We got some around, so let's go down. Yep. So Bazinga Astria, this is of their relative of theirs. This is a new member of the server, little Chris. This is his little home that he's built. Nice little cottage. Good grief. Yeah, people like that just makes you wonder. Oh yes, I forgot. I still have that stupid mod pack, resource pack on. Pigs. I don't know. I just. Yeah, I don't. I couldn't even begin to. Just no respect, I guess. But yeah, that's little Chris. He's just gotten started on the server, so we're interested to see what he does. This is, I believe, which is this is the blue one. So this is to Zodicus's place, the Zoltalian sector. He's been working on this. This is his blood magic castle, big sand castle. Though I will say, I think he said he got this design from somebody else, and I'll have to ask him directly who he got this building from. But all this is pure Zodicus. He's been busy working on his blood magic. And he's got something fun in his place. He did since last time we were all. Yeah, it's Zodicus is if you haven't been keeping track of him, he's done some really interesting things. So from last time to this time, of course, there's his mob spawners. He put himself in an ant farm. He decided he needed one. So he's got himself a little ant farm. He put in a kitchen. I think up there is supposed to be his collection of things, and then he's got his own bedroom. He's finally built himself a bedroom. It's taken him forever. He's also been So his colony runs that way. I think he swiped some doors from Twilight Highlands. Back there is his mob spawner area. I'm not going to go in there because he's got a creeper farm that is itching to blow up. His portal to a tomb. Got a roadrunner on his path. And I think this is supposed to be his build path towards his astral sorcery stuff. Just don't think he's done too much. I don't think American has much for anime. And if we do, it's not very good. I'm trying to think of how many there are, and I'm drawing a blank there in that one. So that's Zoda's area. This would be Bazinga and Astria's place. So they ripped out their old house, put in a new house. Astria's been slowly planting a forest over here of her own making. And there's... Yeah, your furry buddy just needs to have his head examined. And this is Astria's she shed. I have a hard time saying that one. Yeah, obviously. Oh, so it's done even more work down here. Oh, somebody's been making gold bars. Interesting. Yeah, fights last a few episodes, but it's all about build-up and story. That's where it looks like Zoda or Bazinga's got a colony inside of a colony. Just never ceases to amaze me when I come out here to view it. Yeah, this one's spread way out. What in the world? That's probably like a library, university or something, by the looks of it. Yeah. Looks like Bazinga's still got some more work he's doing out here. Yeah, he did get... So, yeah, I guess my biggest curiosity is to see what Bazinga continues to do. Oh, this is his wood shop. Let's run a little low on power. But, yeah, this place is just getting bigger and bigger. We'll leave the insanity of the Bazinga place. Magenta is Kara. Kara is a new member. And she has been working on her interpretation of a jungle. And for it to be interesting. Can't wait to see what she does with this. A lot of pathways running every which way around here, I suspect. Oh, it looks like she's even going to try and bridge over a water. Nice. Yeah. So this is also a new member. They just joined recently. They spent quite a prodigious couple of days. Who's next on the list? Oh, this is Shales. Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this is Shales. She's having. Well, so Battleship is an interesting enough game, but if you get a good idea in statistics, it's actually fairly easy to beat somebody in that. You do any kind of math whatsoever. Congratulations, though, and he deserved a good whomping. So the green playing green share zone is Astria, though she tends to share with Bazinga at the red one, so not really too much to show you off the green one. And then this is our last set of new members. Nice. This would be an Iron Smack and Bazooka J. Well, either you're really good at guessing or you have a lot of high luck. And in either case, both are good. So, this is where they have been setting up shop at. I think this little area right here is their staging areas, they like to call it. So it looks like this is where they do some of their work stuff. I have no idea what all they're staging up for. Weird monkey. But I do know that they have plans on building inside of these giant trees from the Twilight Highlands. So, kind of curious to see what they do. But I think they joined recently. Let me guess. The guy likes Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Yeah. Got nothing on that one. I'm just nope. So we gotta definitely keep an eye on Iron Smack and Little Chris, and yeah, I have to agree with you. I think that's one of the only animes I would use the English sub on. But I don't know. I never really got into Pokemon that well. It seemed like kind of the same thing over and over and over again. It was really just Team Rocket blasting off again. I don't know. Yeah. We have been doing some work over here on area, castle. So we've raised the walls up a little bit. I've got a farm built out. We've got some of the wall shapes coming up. I think we're going to end up doming this over top here, and probably mana glass or elf glass. I hadn't really decided which one. The other thing that we've done is we've done a entropinium TNT generator for mana. This works out nicely. It'll fill this up in fairly short order. It's not like a thing to make TNT. And of course our living stone generator is currently on living wood. So we just bring over what we need, throw it in, the system will spit out, everything gets planted, and before you know it, it's all turned to living wood. And about time it's turned to living wood, this redstone line will go off, and the wood will get harvested, dropped into these boxes, and the whole process starts over again. I probably could have done it without some of this extra stuff, but I was feeling like mixing mods, so I don't care. What else have we got going on? That's right, Coliseum. We still got this to go in place, so this is going to be a heavy cement. Uno's a fun game. Uno's fun when you have multiple people, though, and the guy that you don't like is right on the other side. You can just stick him with all the draw twos, draw fours, and everything else you get your hands on. Well, sounds like he's just a weird person. But yeah, we're gonna, for the Coliseum area here, I think we're going to try and do a what is that? Trying to remember the name of this anime. Let's see if we can remember what it is that we're thinking about. Ah, 13's not on. That's just being superstitious. There's nothing wrong with the number 13. What is the name? Da, 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 da. think it could be that one. Maho Sensei Negami. There's another one that's just like that one. I think it features the same people. But it's got this big sky elevator. It goes up to the sky. No, there's nothing wrong with 13. I don't remember the name of that stupid anime, but there's a big like Space Needle elevator, and that's kind of what I'm trying to go for here. To a heavy concrete cylinder base that goes up to a point way up there. And then this is going to be our monster spawning Coliseum, where we can come in here and just do random fights with different creatures. That is also on the build list. But this one will come right after we finish up the Wellness and Success Center. God, that's terrible, dude. You should have used the Hamon to launch the sexy jutsu. Here is the new Wellness and Success Center. We have been busy, hard at work, clearing out underneath to make room for stuff for recycling, mob spawners that'll go over here on this side. We did get our EXP shower. We've got so this is the final version. I think there's enough fluid in here. Enough left in the system to test fire it again. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's really fine. So this is what people will come to and stand right here and then get so we went for like the ultimate and lag fest / get you to level 60 as fast as possible. So bear in mind that the screen will get choppy here very shortly. As the wave of experience flows in. But by the time this is all said and done with, I'm trying to figure out a way to actually force these experience balls to float in towards the center. That's one of the other things I've got on my mind to figure out. But as you saw, we go from level 0 to level 60, and they pushed a button. So that was actually one of the target goals for this machine. So now we just have to come up with the machineries down here to keep it filled. Which means mob spawners. Lots and lots of mob spawners. But that's alright. That's what this area down here is for. So, yeah, that was still works like a charm. That is great. And Kara has showed up online. So yeah, our little server community here has grown from myself and Shale to, I think there's 6 or 7 other individuals on the server, maybe more. So it's not unusual to see 4 or 5 of us at any given point in time. There you go. That's much better. Kara. So yeah, this is our current work in progress project, and so this is what we are. And if you invite a wild Zoda out, he will delete whole chunks of blocks. And you don't get them back. He just deletes them. It's just fine. But yeah, the plan is we're gonna have probably 3 or 4 of these art furnaces down here to keep up with what may potentially be what everybody throws in here. I don't know. But that allows for what allows it to chew through a bunch of items. We also have to set up a end of Il Ventodoro. It's just not right. But yeah, so then the other thing we need is a separator for enchanted items, so that we can remove the enchanted items and put those on books. So ultimately the idea is to be able to throw things into it, have it crunch through, come back out. And I think we decided that this is going to be the recycling wing, so to speak, and this is going to be basically made out of lots and lots of metal blocks. Well, that's his that's his loss. That's all I got to say, Yo Eat Skull. And then this is our enchanting room. Interesting enough, this is a fully powered enchanting table, thanks to these guys. So I think Zod is planning on just putting out a bunch of like library books and tomes, and definitely going to replace all the dirt walls with some stuff. Right now, my major focus is getting all of the contraption pieces into a functional state. So the things that are left is obviously the recycling center over here. Get that up and going, and I'm getting some mob spawners in over here, and that'll get this, I think, most of the stuff that I need to have, other than getting all the doors in place. I just forgot. Yeah, I know those inflatable diamond costumes. So that is the Wellness and Success Center. I think that pretty much takes care of. Oh wait. Nice. Very good. Nicely handled. Now, Shale has been busy working on her. She's been entirely ensconced in 2 projects. So this has been one. Finally got her trees to grow up. I think she's working on getting the remainder trees. There's supposed to be a couple more trees out here. They're supposed to grow up sooner or later. I think I see one down there. But she has been hard at work. If you notice, replacing all the wood and the tree leaves with the different trees. You have yourself a good night, Yo Eat Skull. Thanks for stopping in. Dude, you gotta let people like that just, they're gonna be stupid. She's built herself a little AFK house. Oh. I failed at doing server administrative work. There. Now we do the thing I always do. So she's been working there. Her hollow area. So she still has her village going. I think she's almost done with hers though. She's been working. Not still interesting to look out here. So she's got a lot of really interesting buildings in place. A lot of this looks really kind of cool. So she's been hard at work here. And then the other place that we will go visit is out here. So I think it's out of bone meal. So just let it grow. But yeah, so this is her interior structure. So again, like always, there's more on the inside, though all of the people are running around netherite. You know, for big flex. All of your guards are running around netherite. This is just not a safe place to hang out, and don't pick fights with people over here at Shale's place. That's the takeaway. She's been playing with trees over here. But, you know, Shale has been doing her own thing very diligently. I think she's just about done, at least according to talks with her. So I look forward to seeing what this looks like when she's done, and then look forward to seeing what she does with her next big project out there in her new village area. I think she says she's trying to go for like an Ewok style rope bridged area. So that should prove to be fun. But that's our community night. That's what everybody's been up to. That's how things are going. That's what we've been doing. That is what it is. And that is our mess. So, as we are reaching the end of our session for tonight, I would like to thank everybody who's come out and visited and said hi. And for those of you who keep coming by and visiting, we appreciate it. If you've missed out on anything or you're curious as to how we got to where we are, you can go catch up. All of these videos that get removed from the Twitch stream will end up on my YouTube channel. You can find that in the about section, I think, or somewhere. It's on Twitch channel. You can find it. If it'll look. Because, you know, this has been fun. And we are still working very hard at this each and every day. I'd like to thank everybody who's come out tonight. We hope that you have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow morning and Saturday morning coffee as we go. And we continue to do some more work on the Wellness Center. We're going to see about setting up, I think we're going to work on setting up the recycling center mechanics. So we've got a few more immersive engineering machines together, run figure out sorting, and then figure out how we're going to transfer items around. So all that should be fun. Should give us all something to look forward to. A real heavy technical day. But this has been a blast. Thank you for coming out on community night. We look forward to seeing you guys.